To truly understand the scale of the disruption that may soon shake the automotive world, we first need to understand the foundation on which it was built. For more than 70 years, the global pickup truck market hasn't been ruled by pure logic. Instead, it has been guided by something closer to belief. Across the dusty plains of the Australian outback, the muddy construction sites of the UK, and the rugged farming regions of South Africa, the diesel pickup truck has achieved almost legendary status. Vehicles like the Toyota Hilux, the Ford Ranger, the Isuzu D-Max, and the Mitsubishi Triton are more than machines made from steel and rubber. To many owners, they are trusted companions. They helped build cities, support farms, and power industries. They became symbols of reliability and toughness. For decades, marketing and real-world experience taught drivers that strength had a very specific sound, the unmistakable rattle of a diesel engine under load. Reliability had a certain feel, too, a heavy clutch pedal, a vibrating gear lever, and suspension that let you feel every pebble beneath the tires. We accepted these characteristics as the price of durability. A truck reaching 100 kilometers per hour in 12 seconds felt perfectly acceptable because, after all, it wasn't meant to be a sports car. Burning 14 liters of diesel to tow a caravan felt normal because freedom always seemed to have a cost. And the stiff ride of leaf spring suspension when the truck was empty, that was simply part of owning a workhorse. Over time, this mindset became deeply ingrained, so much so that established manufacturers like Toyota, Ford Motor Company, and Nissan slowly stopped pushing the boundaries of innovation. Why dramatically change something that customers already loved? Instead of revolution, we received evolution. New LED headlights, slightly larger infotainment screens, heated leather seats. But underneath the surface, the fundamental engineering remained largely unchanged. Many pickup platforms still relied on chassis designs and suspension concepts dating back to the late 20th century. The companies had grown comfortable in their dominance, and history shows us that comfort often leads to arrogance. In the technology world, arrogance rarely ends well, because while established players were refining old formulas, the world around them was changing. That reality became clear when Chinese automotive giant BYD introduced a new contender, the BYD Shark. The announcement caught the industry's attention immediately. Here was a company known for producing everything from batteries and semiconductors to massive energy storage systems, stepping into the highly traditional world of pickup trucks. On paper, the first-generation Shark looked extraordinary. It used BYD's advanced DMO Super Hybrid platform, produced around 430 horsepower, and featured digital integration that made many conventional pickups look technologically outdated. For a moment, it appeared that the established hierarchy might be about to change overnight. But when the truck reached real customers, it faced an unexpected problem, not with technology, but with culture. In the world of pickup trucks, one number matters more than almost anything else: towing capacity. Engineers in Shenzhen equipped the Shark with a 1.5-liter turbocharged generator engine as part of its hybrid system. For efficiency and everyday driving, this setup worked beautifully. But in heavy-duty markets like Australia and the UK, where towing 3.5 tons is considered essential, the numbers simply didn't add up. The Shark's rating was limited to around 2,500 kilograms. For many professionals, that meant it couldn't haul heavy equipment, large trailers, or full-size caravans. No matter how fast or comfortable it was, that limitation became a major obstacle. Critics were quick to point it out. Tradespeople dismissed it as more of a lifestyle vehicle than a serious work tool. Meanwhile, executives at traditional truck manufacturers likely felt reassured that the challenge had been contained. But they misunderstood something important about BYD. Unlike many traditional automakers that operate on 7-year development cycles, BYD moves at the pace of a technology company. They listen to feedback, they analyze real-world data, and then they respond quickly. Now, credible information from supply chains, regulatory documents, and industry insiders suggests that the Shark is undergoing a significant transformation for the 2026 model year. The small 1.5-liter engine is being replaced with a more powerful 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder unit. To someone unfamiliar with hybrid systems, that may not sound dramatic, but in an extended-range electric architecture, this change fundamentally alters the vehicle's capabilities. In the Shark, the engine usually does not drive the wheels directly. Instead, it functions as a generator that produces electricity for the battery and motors. The limitation of the smaller engine wasn't that it couldn't move the vehicle, it was that it couldn't produce electricity quickly enough during extreme towing situations. Imagine pulling a heavy trailer up a long mountain pass at highway speed. The electric motors demand huge amounts of energy. With the older engine, the system could eventually struggle to keep the battery charged under continuous heavy load. The new 2.0-liter generator changes that balance. With greater displacement and improved efficiency using the Miller combustion cycle, it can generate power more effectively while operating within its most efficient RPM range. The Miller cycle keeps the intake valve open longer during compression, reducing energy losses and improving thermal efficiency. In simple terms, it extracts more usable energy from every drop of fuel. The result is a system capable of sustaining high power output even during demanding towing conditions. And that unlocks the critical number the truck world cares about most of all, a full 3,500 kilogram towing capacity. With that update, the Shark competes directly with established rivals while offering nearly 500 horsepower and instant electric torque. And that torque advantage changes everything. Traditional diesel engines deliver their best performance within a narrow RPM band. Drivers must wait for turbochargers to build pressure and transmissions to find the correct gear. Electric motors work differently. They deliver maximum torque instantly. On slippery boat ramps or loose terrain, that instant response can provide smoother and safer control. This is where electric power begins to reveal its advantages. But the Shark's engineering goes even deeper. Its platform, called DMO, Dual Mode Off-Road, introduces a structural design rarely seen in pickup trucks. Traditional trucks rely on ladder frame chassis designs that date back more than a century. These frames provide durability but allow significant flex under load. BYD uses cell-to-chassis battery integration, turning the battery pack into a structural component of the vehicle. The result is dramatically higher torsional rigidity. With a stiffer structure, engineers could introduce independent rear suspension, replacing the traditional solid axle. Historically, independent suspension wasn't suitable for heavy hauling because flexible frames would distort suspension geometry. But with a rigid structure, the Shark can combine comfort and strength. The truck rides smoothly while still carrying heavy loads. And because the front and rear wheels are powered by separate electric motors, traction control is handled through software. The system can adjust torque thousands of times per second. If one wheel loses grip, power is instantly redirected to where traction exists. This level of control happens faster than any mechanical system could react. Safety concerns about batteries appear in discussions about electric vehicles. Many people worry about what might happen if a battery is damaged. BYD addresses this concern with its Blade battery, which uses lithium iron phosphate chemistry. Unlike some battery types, LFP batteries are extremely stable and resistant to thermal runaway. In demonstration tests, even when pierced with a steel nail, the battery does not ignite. For practical operation in remote areas or harsh environments, durability is essential. And LFP chemistry also offers extremely long lifespans, often several thousand charge cycles before significant degradation occurs. In practical terms, that could represent millions of kilometers of driving. But engineering alone does not determine success. Ultimately, businesses buy trucks based on cost. Imagine a contractor who drives about 30,000 kilometers each year. A traditional diesel truck might consume 12 to 14 liters per 100 kilometers. Over 5 years, fuel costs alone could reach tens of thousands of dollars. With a hybrid truck capable of significant electric driving, daily commuting and short trips could be done primarily on electricity. Charging overnight using home power or solar panels dramatically reduces operating costs. Even during long trips, the efficient hybrid system uses far less fuel than traditional diesel engines. Maintenance costs also decline. Electric systems eliminate many traditional components such as starter motors, alternators, and complex multi-gear transmissions. Regenerative braking also reduces wear on brake components. For fleet managers analyzing spreadsheets, the financial case becomes difficult to ignore. And the Shark includes another capability that traditional trucks simply cannot match: vehicle-to-load power output. The truck can function as a mobile power station,